Yo, welcome to Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach along with my partner, Mr. Adi Wally. You know, if we talking boxing, you know we got Byron here to talk about another great matchup. Before we get into it, make sure you go on Spectator Sporting YouTube page. Subscribe to that page. Leave comments. We do comment. Man, appreciate all the love we've been getting. Even the one y'all say we wrong, we appreciate that too. Let's talk about this. The rematch that we've been waiting for after an epic fight. Dmitry Bivol looks to get revenge against Artur Beterbiev. Artur Beterbiev, 40 years old from Russia, comes in 20-0, 20 by knockout. He is the IBF World Lightweight Heavyweight Champion, the IBO World Light Heavyweight Champion, the WBC World Heavyweight Champ, and the WBO World Light Heavyweight Champ. Dmitry Bivol, 34 years old from Tokmak, comes in 23-1, 12 by knockout. Only loss was against Beterbiev. There were rumblings that he may have won the fight. We all thought it was a draw. We cannot wait to see what's in store for part 2. So Adi, talk to me about this fight.
Yes, before Bivol, Dr. Titanium Fist, Artur Beterbiev. This man had 20 fights, 20 knockouts.
Yeah.
But not in this razor-thin fight against Bivol, where one of the judges, Palamo, scored at a 114 draw. He had it right. I believe it was a draw. We believe it was a draw.
Yep.
And also, Dmitry Bivol's elite defensive skills, staying off the ropes with good footwork and that high, winky right tight guard, which blocked tons of Beterbiev's punches, caused Artur Beterbiev to connect on only 20% of his punch attempts, which is half of his usual 40% rate, okay? And so, after the first 6 rounds, I had Bivol up 4 rounds to 2 in that fight. And in the 7th round, Bivol decided to unleash the offense with 2-piece, 3-piece, and then some 4-piece combinations. But he became very emboldened in that 7th round.
Yep.
And then Beterbiev, he had a stiff power counter jab. A couple of stiff power counter jabs hurt Dmitry Bivol in the 7th round, and Bivol just got in that high guard and was just running pretty much for the rest of the round. He was just running for the rest of the round, like the last minute or so.
Had to survive.
Yeah, he was just in survival mode.
Yeah.
You can tell he was hurt. All right, and that was the turning point of the fight, as Beterbiev applied some effective aggression while Bivol dialed back his aggression in that fight. And a reporter asked Dmitry Bivol after the fight, he said, "Does Beterbiev, is that the most powerful fighter you ever fought?" He said, "Is he the hardest puncher you ever fought?" And Dmitry Bivol replied, he said, "Canelo Alvarez is a hard puncher, but he puts a lot of effort into it. Beterbiev doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to put a lot of effort into it. Because when he hurt him in the 7th round, it wasn't like a big
charged
shot.
up.
It wasn't charged up. It was just a power jab, stiff jab. And so that's the difference. So this is what he has to deal with."
Absolutely. Byron, we saw this fight last time. It was epic. We all thought it was a draw. We sit up here and watch together. It was an amazing fight.
It was.
You know, so what's your thoughts on part 2 of this?
Well, in the first fight, Bivol landed 33 power shots to 23 in the first 6 rounds. And then after that 7th round, Beterbiev went on to land 67 power shots to Bivol's 51. And so I think Bivol is the better boxer, hands down. But Beterbiev has the power. And so the problem is, as far as Bivol going forward and trying to win this fight, is how do you have this offense and maintain your defense for 12 rounds? Because Beterbiev is not going to stop, and your combinations won't keep him back, won't keep him out of the pocket. So Bivol had an interview a week ago where he said in this fight, well, in the last fight, he felt that he was too defensive minded. I guess after the 7th round, after he got hurt, he felt like he was too defensive minded and being too tentative. And so he wants to unleash more offense. My problem with that is you unleashing more offense creates more opportunities for Beterbiev to, inflict his damage on you. So, I mean, this is David and Goliath. And this is two guys that are just apex predators. Bivol is so precise. He doesn't like to get hit. He has great defense. But that power of Beterbiev, it's like, how can he counteract, that power, that aggression, that constantly coming forward. And so I think in this second fight, number one, these two guys make in-ring adjustments like I've never seen. Like they were just adjusting around each other. But I really think Bivol in this second fight, he just needs to kind of lean on his combination punching and the movement. But it's just, can you sustain that for 12 rounds? You cannot get into exchanges with Beterbiev. You have to box him for 12 rounds. And can he do that? I don't know. And as far as, us thinking it's a draw, that's why I said I do believe the first fight was a draw, but I understood if you gave it to Bivol.
Yeah.
I mean to Beterbiev.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because Beterbiev in the second half of that fight clearly hurt Bivol, and he landed more power shots. So the aesthetics of it, razor thin, razor close.
Yeah.
But on paper, he landed more shots, more clean effective punching, and we know judges they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So what is Beterbiev's counter to Bivol? It's exciting. This is Christmas, man. It's Christmas. It's Christmas in February.
I know after the last fight, we talked about Beterbiev in his age. Remember, he was 39.
He's 40 now.
He's 40 years old. Do you think that 40-year-old age, either one of you guys can answer, will have any effect on this fight?
Hell yeah. As a 40-year-old man, yes. Pain.
Well, you just look at these boxers throughout history. Manny Pacquiao was the champion post 40. Bernard Hopkins, George Foreman. I'm probably missing a couple other guys. So some guys' father time doesn't really knock on their door until later, much later than the.
I think it's a factor. It depends on. Beterbiev has that type of power where, I don't understand how you're gonna get through that, negate his power. Bivol he outboxed him. The first fight he outboxed him. I think Bivol will outbox anybody that tries to box him. Yeah. But it's fighting on the inside. And it's that same with David Benavidez. I feel like that's the factor. Getting Bivol to fight you on the inside is how you beat him.
Right.
If he stays at range, he stays on the outside, he dominates you. He absolutely dominates you. But getting him on the inside, then you got a better chance. Now, I don't think Beterbiev did all that he could do. I feel like he fought a little tentative.
Okay.
I did.
I feel like Beterbiev fought, because I remember after the fight, Beterbiev didn't like his.
He didn't like
I could have did better, but I was looking. I guess you know what? When I was saying earlier, he does connect on 40% on his punches in most of his fights, but against Bivol, it went down to 20%. So maybe that's what he's talking about. Yeah. His accuracy of connecting.
But the opponent is better.
Yeah.
You might not look. You could look good against a boxer, but when you fighting somebody like Dmitry Bivol, you're not gonna look as good because he's a top quality, top notch boxer, man.
Bivol is a very, very accurate puncher.
Yeah.
And you can tell defensively he's very high tone. And so, Beterbiev is very intelligent, but he's more of a tank. So I do feel like he could have, been a little better with the jab. And I think that's what he was talking about. Kind of setting up those power shots instead of just coming in and launching them, because you can't do that against Bivol because you won't hit him.
Yeah.
If you look at the records, Bivol does that to everybody.
True.
You don't hit Bivol 40%. You won't do it. But the thing is, Beterbiev can hurt Bivol. And that's the X factor.
True.
That's facts. All facts. So we talking about Beterbiev, undefeated, 40 years old, but still the man came off a great fight. How does he approach this fight being the winner? Because we know Bivol is out. He wants his revenge. He felt like he should have won the fight. Beterbiev, like you said, thought he should have won in a more convincing fashion. Byron, talk to me. What does Beterbiev? What does he got to do to keep this perfect record?
I think everything played into his hand as far as winning a razor thin first fight. And as Bivol said, he's going to be more offensive minded. And if you're all more offensive minded, way more opportunities. And so I think in this fight, Beterbiev is going to go after that knockout. Because again, I still felt like he fought tentative, but I think both fighters could have I think the stage and the hyping of it all, and both fighters were kind of like, I don't want to say nervous, but it felt like a nervous energy. But this second fight, you done got 12 rounds. You guys know each other. I think Beterbiev is in a great position because Bivol has to beat him. And to beat him, he has to come get him. Yeah. And so I think Beterbiev have a great strategy, work behind the jab to try to make this fight get on the inside. Get him on the inside and try to launch and use that power. Understand that he's probably going to outpunch you. Understand that he's probably going to land more shots. But you have to hurt him. You have to get him down. I just don't see this second fight playing out like the first. Because Bivol knows that he has to come with another offensive plan. And Beterbiev, per his own words, wants to have a better performance because he feels that he could knock Bivol out.
Right.
So,
man, definitely. Adi, what is Beterbiev? What is he going to bring to this part 2 of this epic classic fight?
Well, not only is Artur Beterbiev the first light heavyweight undisputed champion since Roy Jones Jr., like you said, the man's 40 years old. And he outperformed the 5 years younger Dmitry Bivol in the second half of that fight.
That's amazing.
Now, but Beterbiev had never faced anyone with Bivol's elite defensive skills, which prevented him from scoring a knockdown in the 7th round when he had him hurt, all right? And so Dr. Titanium Fist, Artur Beterbiev, he must slow Bivol's happy feet down, all right? Yeah. He must slow his happy feet down, force him to lower that high guard by inflicting some pain on with some body shots, okay? Because Beterbiev only landed 31 body shots in that first fight. He needs to work on the body, just like what Benavidez did to Morrell. Body shots, slow him down, take the legs out, because Bivol will circle around that ring all night long, okay? And so, and Byron just alluded to it. Dmitry Bivol was interviewed. He was saying that he felt he didn't push himself enough to throw more punches. He felt like he needs to throw more, okay? And that's got to be music to Beterbiev's ears.
Right. More opportunities.
More counterpunch opportunities for him. So
I just don't think that's a good strategy. I hope he was just kind of putting that out there. I think that's the worst thing you can do, as far as offense. I think Bivol, to win this fight, needs to stay on the outside. Work the hell out of that jab and move. But Beterbiev's special talent is getting on the inside and getting off his power shots. Like, this is Christmas in February. Like, listen, man. This is a great, like, if you miss this first fight, do not miss this second fight. These two guys, I mean, they're very, very evenly matched.
Elite boxing at its best. But
the thing is, it's power in boxing. Yeah. You got a lot of the old heads that love a boxer, a pure boxer. They say power can't beat a pure boxer, but we saw power beat a elite boxer.
I saw a draw.
Yeah, I mean we saw that, but it was he won. Let's not take it away.
No, Beterbiev won the fight.
I do believe it was a draw. I think, but if you look at it, Bivol won the first half of the fight. That is, I totally agree with you. I think we had the same scorecards in the fight. Bivol won the first half of that fight, but he lost the second half. And I think he lost the second half because of that 7th round. He got hit, he got hurt. And when you get hurt in the ring, it changes everything. And he got tentative because he got hurt. So it's just, how are you going to avoid that in this second fight? And I don't think that, I still don't believe that Beterbiev respects Bivol power. And that's the problem. when a puncher doesn't respect your power, he's coming. He's gonna walk you down.
Bivol 24 fights, 12 knockouts. He has a 50% KO rate. He doesn't.
That's not his MO.
That's not his MO.
Yeah, it's not the.
But I mean, you gotta have something to keep him honest.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have something to keep him honest.
Man, I can't wait to see. So for Bivol, so just before we go into our predictions, so you already said like what you think Bivol. How does Bivol win this fight if he is to win this fight?
Well, the jab. Just be more. He can be aggressive. He can do 2-piece, 3-piece combinations, the occasional 4-piece combo. But he has to be real intelligent about it. I think he just got too. He thought he was going to finish Beterbiev in that set round. And he felt that counter. Yeah. But yeah, he just need to work the jab out. He was out punched by 260 punches.
Yeah.
So he does have to increase his punch output. Yeah. Beterbiev he landed way more punches than him, so he needs to do something.
Which is weird because you would think that Bivol would have that higher input, but I feel like when he got hurt, you know, it's similar to with the David Benavidez and Morrell fight. You know, I think it was the gassing of his body. You know what I'm saying? The body shots, the relentless attack to the body. But with the Beterbiev and the Bivol fight in the first fight, I felt like it was literally just him getting hit with that counter jab. Mm-hmm. And when he got hit, he was just like, I don't like that. So, and it totally changed.
It was smart though, because
it kept him from getting knocked out.
It kept him from getting knocked out. Yeah. And a lot of people saw it was a draw.
But it lost him the fight.
It lost in the scorecard.
It lost him the fight.
That might have been
it lost him the fight.
Good point.
It lost him the fight.
So part 2. I mean, we saw part 1. We already know that was a classic fight. Great fight. Who's going to win part 2, Byron? Is it going to be Beterbiev? Is he going to go 40 years old, go to 22-0? Or is Bivol going to get his revenge? Who's going to win this fight?
I believe that Bivol has everything in his power to win this fight. I really do. Bivol is very elite. He's high IQ. But I'm going with power again in this fight. I'm going with power again, and I'm going Beterbiev with the 10th round knockout.
I like.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I think that Bivol is going to give Beterbiev more opportunities to land bigger shots, and I think it'll be a lot more exciting in the first fight. But after seeing the first fight and knowing that Beterbiev can hurt him, you know, I really think he's gonna get him. I think Bivol, because of that first loss, if he does get hit and he does get hurt, I don't think he's gonna get on that horse like he did, because he felt like that's what lost him the first fight. So I think he's going to be more willing to engage, and if he is more willing to engage, I think he gets caught.
I like it. 10th round knockout. Man, I like it. But let's remember, Byron called the 9th round knockout for Bud Crawford over here. You remember?
I did.
So we got to take his, you know.
And to take Frank Martin he called that 8th round knockout.
Yeah. Okay. So the man knows what he's talking about.
And I should agree with him.
And I called Benavidez Morrell. I mean, come on. So unanimous decision, yeah.
So
I called Usyk over Fury.
You did? No. I did. I think it was a split, wasn't it?
What is the rematch I called?
You said unanimous.
I said he was gonna win by decision.
See,
we gotta go back to the tape.
No, you got a unanimous or a split.
We gotta go back to the tape. We gonna go back to the tape. All right, who gonna win this fight? Beterbiev, is he gonna go 2-0 against Bivol, or is Bivol gonna get his revenge?
Well, you know what? In the first fight, Bivol was much more accurate. Yeah. He connected on 33% of his punches. Beterbiev connected on 20% of his punches. But Beterbiev won the fight in 2 of the judges' eyes because he threw 260 more punches. All right. Now Bivol will increase his punch output, but in a much more intelligent way.
Okay.
He's going to throw a lot more jabs. Okay. His jab output was not his usual. Okay. That's going to increase a lot, and he's going to throw some 1-2s, 2-piece combos, and the occasional 3-piece combo, and he's going to try to avoid those 4-piece combinations because that's what got him hurt in the 7th round. He tried to throw a 4-punch combo.
They got caught.
I think he's going to be more efficient. He's not going to get as wild as that. He's going to increase it, but it's going to be in a more efficient, intelligent way. And so now I'm surprised Bivol didn't clinch that much in that first fight. That can save him some in the championship rounds.
Some wear and tear.
Yeah. Maybe have his legs a little bit rested.
He's on the horse too much.
Just hold him, clinch him a little bit, make the ref break y'all up a little bit more. And I don't think he's gonna get reckless, because once you get hurt by a fighter in the 7th round, he got hurt by that guy, he's not gonna forget that. Yeah. He's not gonna get reckless like that. He felt that pain.
Nah, he definitely did.
I just feel like Bivol's gonna win by unanimous decision.
Ooh.
He's gonna get his revenge. He's gonna fight a very intelligent fight. He said one of his favorite fighters is Sugar Ray Leonard. Look at Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. See how he's moving around, bouncing around, things like that. I feel like Bivol's gonna get his revenge, unanimous decision.
I love it. Y'all both on the opposite ends of it. So
as always.
Yeah, unanimous decision, 10th round knockout for Beterbiev. I guess I'll step in. I think Bivol wins this fight too in a split decision. I think it's gonna be one of those.
There we go.
I think it's gonna be one of those type of fights.
Close fight.
And then I know Beterbiev is waiting. It's gonna be waiting maybe, but he might have to wait for part 3.
No. I don't think it's a part
trilogy. Huh?
Here you go. It might be if it's another close fight where we don't know who won. Who's to say that it will not be a trilogy?
You have to also know Beterbiev was not happy with his performance. He wasn't happy. And so you're getting a better Beterbiev. Say that 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he cut off the ring really good against Bivol. And he threw 260 more punches. He was aggressive. He didn't fade in the championship rounds. He got better as a fighter.
That's what I'm saying. I
don't really see what Beterbiev, how much he can improve.
How do you stop his aggression?
I just think
just by standing on the outside.
He's going to clinch more. Bivol's going to clinch more. He's going to continue the footwork. He got the winky right high guard. That's hard to penetrate. You can see.
His high
he's like, other than Shakur Stevenson, he's probably the second most best defensive fighter in boxing right now. He's hard to connect on, and I feel like he's just going to be more efficient. He's not going to leave himself open by throwing like 4 or 5 punch combinations. He's just going to be stick and move, 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Every once in a while, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Boom, move around, clinch. Okay, boom, move around, clinch. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. I just feel like he's going to do that. And he's gonna have to keep
kind of make it a Floyd Mayweather.
Make it a Floyd Mayweather type fight. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hurt this man in 12 rounds.
That's true.
Fight. You don't hurt many people. You only knocked out 12 people in your whole career.
Yeah, that's not his style.
So I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to fight until he's a perfectionist and he's focused. This man, I think Bivol pulls it out.
And this is the beauty of 2 great fighters fighting each other. You can have these conversations where I can agree with everything you just said, because if Bivol does that, I think he can, win this fight. Yeah. It's not out of the realm of possibility that he wins this fight, but it's just, I think in order to put himself over that hump, he has to bring a level of aggression that creates too many more opportunities to be hit. And if you get hit by this guy, it's not gonna. And I do feel like, I want it set up. I want my monster to take out the monster at 175.
I love it. So just to be clear, everybody, when we discussing who won, who picked who, Byron Beterbiev 10th round knockout, Adi Bivol unanimous decision, and I got Bivol in a split decision.
Okay, and on another note, shout out to Claressa Shields, the unified women's heavyweight champion. I believe 3-division unified champion. Beat what's her name? Danielle Perkins. Yeah. I just, a lot of people are talking crap. I thought, Flint, Michigan, that venue, it was very entertaining to watch that fight. The crowd was totally into it. And to see Claressa Shields to move to heavyweight from 154 to like literally throwing hands and knocking down heavyweight. Shout out Claressa Shields, the GOAT. You are a monster in boxing. And she definitely doesn't get the accolades that she deserves. But man, shout out to her.
Shout out Claressa Shields. Y'all been watching Spectator Sporting. I'm Zach Roach along with my partner, Mr. Adi Wally. Shout out to Byron. Make sure y'all go on Spectator Sporting YouTube page. Subscribe to that page. Leave comments. We appreciate it very much. Also go on Spotify, subscribe, listen in your car. Remember, leave comments. If you want us to talk about something, we will address it. And when we wrong, let us know we wrong. And so in the meantime, in between time, we out. Peace.